Let's give our guitarist a round of applause. Now, how many of you can name the tunes he was playing? What is it?
Well, I know he's doing a little Bach.
Ah, Bach. Right? That is very good. Let's give her a round of applause. That was excellent. All right. So I wanted to recognize this is a cool evening because this is a chance for donors to get together with students. And by the way, I'm Rick Pappas, and I'm president of Davenport. And it's a great privilege to work here. And I love that students are so involved. And we find that donors who give get so much back because the students are so appreciative of this effort. In fact, you're going to hear from some students tonight about their experience, and we're excited by that. One of our greatest donors in the history of our institution is with us tonight, and that's Wilbur Lettinga. And Wilbur, this is the Lettinga campus, and Sharon Lettinga. They're both here. They've funded the auditorium, the name of this campus, and they continue to support this institution. Let's give them a round of applause right over here. And he's my boss, so I want you to say nice things when you see him. Come up to him and say, boy, this president's a great guy. You know, we can practice later if any of you want to. And I'm also really thrilled that I stand on the shoulders of a lot of people, including Wilbur. And I stand on the shoulders of a man who was president here for 25 years. Now, I've been here 7 years, but 25 years. In fact, we're building a building right over there that's going to have his name on it. And he's a great friend. He's also a great donor to this institution. That's Don Main, right over here. In fact, Don, if you want to surprise us with a new donation, we're happy to hear that too.
How about my youngest kid?
Okay. You know, we'll take that, actually. That would be great.
You mind if you don't get paid that much?
That's right. Now, we also have with us the chairman of our alumni board, who's also a donor, Keith Klingenberg, right over there. And a member of our foundation board who's also a donor. This all has consistency to it, doesn't it, here? Joe Pizzetta, right over there. And Bruce Winalda also has served on, now was it the foundation board? You're on the investment committee now, but you were on the, and we appreciate your service and also your generosity. Let's give him a round of applause. You know, Davenport University has remained consistent in that we care about the students that are here. Our student satisfaction has grown tremendously. And it's always been good. And we measure that. We use Malcolm Baldrige standards of quality, and we measure how students, not only by surveys, but we also do it by, we have something called Meet the President, or really Meet the Students. And they tell us, they're very direct, and we want to consistently improve. We also want you to graduate. And we've more than doubled our graduation rate in the last 6 years. And it is, and we're competitive with almost everybody. And we do things that are different. For example, we're one of the first ones in the country to have a guarantee. So our first one was in accounting. So if you come here as a freshman or as a transfer student, you can sign up for a guarantee. That means that you have to maintain a 3.0, and you have to do an internship, and you have to do, there's about 10 or 12 things that would make you more competitive. And then we guarantee that when you graduate, within 6 months of graduation, you'll have a job in accounting. And by 2020, we're talking about up to 25% of our degrees. We're getting close to adding 2 more degrees to this. It's something different. It's something we should be accountable. You come here, we love having you here, but you should have something at the end. You should have a good job, a high-paying job. We've added a lot of degrees, a lot of graduate degrees. We're going to have our first doctorate that starts this winter, a doctorate in physical therapy. and it's wonderful. Our Masters of Occupational Therapy is doing really well. Nursing. We have a very strong College of Business and Technology. And one of our new innovations is the College of Urban Education. And we're having tremendous success. It's different. It's different than anything you've ever seen. So we like to be first in a lot of things. And we're proud. We're proud of our heritage. This is our 150th year. Can you believe that? 1866, this institution was founded. And no, I was not a student here in that particular year. This white hair is really not true. I spray gray into my hair every morning, and it got away from me today. So, but we're proud of our heritage. And both Wilbur and Don have been probably, and Wilbur, I think you have 3 generations of graduates. 3 generations of graduates, including Wilbur, from this institution. We want a 4th generation, Wilbur, a 4th generation to come here. So, let me introduce. You've heard enough from me. I thank you for being here, and I love that the families are here too. This is very cool, because I always view education as an entire family business. Nobody is successful by themselves, are they? You have people who support you. You have people that you look to. So, I'd like to introduce Gabrielle Calkins, Director of Training at Lax Enterprises. Now, this is a fairly new assignment for her, although she comes to that assignment with over 15 years of experience in the field of organizational development. And I don't know how many people know about Lax, but Lax has over 50 years of experience providing quality components for the automotive market and other industries. And how many employees do you think Lax has? Just take a guess. I know you know, so I'm not going to ask you. 2,000. That's pretty close. A little higher. 2,500. That is exactly right. You get no prize, but you were right. 2,500, which is a major employer for us, and we thank you for that. So, with no further ado, I would like to introduce Gabrielle.
Thank you, Dr. Pappas. As the Director of Training, I'm used to speaking to large groups, so I hope you can hear me in the back. If not, please just kind of do this, and I'll speak up a little bit. I really appreciate that generous introduction, as well as being honored to be in the company of esteemed donors and supporters of Davenport University, and soon to be very successful graduates of this college. I'd like to set a little bit more context about Lax Enterprises, who we are, and why it's important to us to help fund the futures, invest in the students that are coming through the halls of Davenport University today. Lax Enterprises is the 4th largest privately held organization in West Michigan, privately held company. We actually got founded over 60 years ago, and we're very excited to have the 4th generation of the Lax family currently being developed to take over the leadership of our organization for the future. That's pretty unusual for a family-founded company to have a 4th generation dedicated, completely dedicated. I just got a chance to talk to KV Lax this morning and hear a little bit about his experience and his philosophy and his commitment to the future, not only of our company, but of West Michigan. The Lax family has been completely dedicated to being a strong corporate citizen within the West Michigan community, and that has never deviated for over 60 years. And we understand that it's not just about us and our employees. Like Dr. Pappas said, there are a lot of people who have made Lax what it is today, starting with a handful of employees all those years ago to over 2,500 today. We didn't do that based just on one family. We are as strong as our community base and our employees are strong, and funding things throughout the West Michigan region has been an important part of that commitment for us. So you can imagine, over 60 years in the automotive industry, we've had an awful lot to learn. A lot of that has come through simple on-the-job experience of operating a business within our industry. So that means a lot of problems to be solved, a lot of continuous improvements to be made, and a lot of innovations to be uncovered, discovered, and implemented. While a lot of that has come through on-the-job experience, it's undeniable that higher education has had to play a crucial role. Now, when I say automotive, most people jump to what kind of job? What? Someone said over here. Engineering. right? A lot of people think about the engineering aspect of the automotive industry, and it's true. We have lots and lots of engineers of all different types. But we have room, I've seen in our company, for all kinds of different fields of interest. We have accountants, we have scientists, we have lots of business professionals, we have human resources professionals. I myself have a degree in education. So there's lots of room out in the world. If that's just what is available at one company, in one industry, you can imagine what a great amount of diversity there is in the world for you to pursue your area of interest and then go find your path to do something to contribute in a way that's meaningful to you. Now, for LAX, being a dedicated West Michigan citizen, we understand that supporting higher education comes in a variety of different ways. For our existing employees, it's important for us to make a path to them to meet their higher aspirations when it comes to higher education. And that means for our full-time employees, a tuition refund benefit. But for the future of the community as a whole, including supporting our employees' families, that comes in the form of funding scholarships. And that's part of why we have picked Davenport for over 20 years. We have funded a scholarship here for over 20 years to help give back to the community and invest in the future, not only for folks that we hope will consider us as a future employer, but the future of West Michigan in making this region healthy and vibrant and vital and continuing to grow and be a leader not just here, but throughout the state and throughout the rest of the country. So thank you very much for a few minutes of your time for us to express our dedication to investing in the future of West Michigan and Davenport students. And for the students tonight, congratulations. Congratulations on being here, and congratulations on picking such a fine educational partner to help you on your path to your future dreams. Thank you.
Hi, how is everyone doing? My name is Irma. I'm a student here at Davenport. I am a junior pursuing my bachelor's in accounting. After I graduate, I would like to join corporate businesses and perhaps after a few years come back for my master's degree. I am a first-generation college student. My dad barely finished 9th grade, and my mom didn't even finish 2nd grade. So I find it very important and really helpful that we have donors and people who support us students. I was born in Mexico, and I moved here with my family before I turned 5. So in Mexico, parents have to pay for their children's education, and my family just didn't have the resources. And when we moved here, ever since I can remember, I knew I would be going to college. It's something I never questioned. I knew I wanted to do it. And as a high school student, I took a lot of business classes, and I guess I just found my area. I knew I'd be majoring in accounting. After hearing about all the good things and the great job that Davenport staff and professors do in helping their students, I knew I wanted to be a Panther. And I'm proud to say my parents are blue-collar workers, but because of it, I knew going to college wasn't going to be easy. Sorry, I lost my words. Because of it, I knew college wasn't going to be easy. I didn't have someone at home to help me look at colleges or applying for scholarships, nor did I have the resources. And at home we say I am a Garcia or soy Garcia when we act stubborn like my dad's family, and I am a Garcia. So I didn't really like asking advisors for help. And when I applied to Davenport, I saw the great job that Davenport's staff and advisors did in helping students. When I applied, apparently I had also been accepted for some scholarships, which I didn't have to talk to anyone. I didn't have to actually apply for them. And that would be the Platinum Scholarship is one of them. And I was also a recipient of the LAUP scholarship, which thank you very much for all your support and the great job that you do for our Hispanic community. And sorry, I keep forgetting my words. I just want to say thank you for helping us students and all the support that you've had for us. Because of you, we're closer to pursuing our dreams, and just thank you very much.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vanessa Bradley. I am a senior here at Davenport University, and I am pursuing my dual degree for a Bachelor of Business Administration, as well as my Master's in Professional Accountancy. I'm set to graduate in May of 2017, and I must say it's been a very long road, but definitely worth the experience at that. In 2014, I transferred to Davenport from Grand Rapids Community College after pursuing my associate in arts. And upon hearing all of the great things about Davenport, their business programs and accounting programs, their focus as far as the future of business, not to mention the flexible class schedules, I felt that Davenport was the best fit for me. I knew early on that pursuing this degree with limited savings would definitely be a challenge. Receiving the Rockford Construction Company endowed scholarship has impacted me in a few ways, including my education as well as financially. With the rising costs of tuition and the weight of student loans, I'm definitely grateful for the scholarships awarded to me. My career goal is to be a certified public accountant for the government in the state of Georgia. And besides my love for numbers, managing funds, and organizing information, accounting is such a broad field with so many opportunities that I feel is both interesting and motivating. The impact of the scholarships has helped to remove financial barriers and made my education and career goals easier to obtain. It also increases my confidence knowing that others notice my hard work and academic success. I would like to extend my gratitude to the Rockford Construction Company for your generosity in helping me advance toward my dreams. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emily Gatlin, and I am a senior here at Davenport. I'll be graduating in December. Yay. Once I finish this semester, we've got like 2 weeks left, so I promise I will pass, and then it will just be 12 credits. So my path that led me here started my senior year of high school. So I was playing on 2 club soccer teams, and all my coaches were like, "Oh, Em, you should talk to people about going to play soccer in the collegiate level." So we got in contact with a few coaches, and by the end of my senior season, I had narrowed it down to 3 schools. So I finally had to make my decision. So on my 18th birthday, I went down to my dad's office, and I said, since I'm 18, I want to make my first adult decision. So I said, I want to go to Davenport. So he was very proud of me, of course, and hugged me and said, I got your back no matter what you want to do. So he was excited about me going to Davenport. So was I, my whole family was. So on top of playing soccer here, I also wanted to study marketing. What better place to study business than here at Davenport? And so I'm still in the marketing field, which is awesome. And I have an internship in marketing right now. I'm doing marketing and communications here for the alumni office. And unfortunately, life happens, and I had to stop playing soccer this past year. And so I also lost my soccer scholarship. So I was frantically trying to figure out, like, what am I going to do? Like, I was really struggling financially, was already working 2 jobs and taking full classes. I didn't really know where I was going to go, what I was going to do. So I ended up talking to an admissions rep here, Terry Rostick, and he got me in touch with the foundation scholarship. Ended up, he was able to help me out, and I was able to get a foundation scholarship. He didn't know this, but the scholarship amount that I received from you guys was the same exact amount as my soccer scholarship. So I thought that was awesome. I called my mom like as soon as it happened, and she was like, "Oh, that's an answer to prayer. That's awesome." So we were so excited about it, and so I was actually like crying when Terry told me this. I was so stoked. So it really, truly has impacted my life positively. Like, my whole social circle is here at Davenport. All my friends go here. I'm always here. I work here, go to school here, played sports here. I really like it. I shine, like, I'm always smiling when I talk about my job and stuff. But anyways, well, we can talk about it later if you guys want. You guys are all going to be future alums here soon. So, I seriously, though, the scholarship means so much to me. It's helped me to be able to pursue my dreams here, get into the marketing field, and get where the world is going, as we all say here at Davenport. So it is really powerful that people like you guys like believe in us and think that we are worth your time and your resources and your efforts. So it really has had a positive impact on my life. So for that and more, I am grateful. So thank you.
Hello. Y'all can hear me? You guys can hear me? Okay. I have a problem with being heard. My name is LaTarsha Holmes, and I'm studying technology project management with a concentration of computer information systems. I was given some talking points, and I know speakers came before me, but for me, it's really not easy to be able to stand here, because to be able to stand here and express my gratitude for the scholarship that I received caused me to look at my actual path actually coming here to Davenport. I actually ended up coming to Davenport because I actually ended up having a kid pretty young, and by the time she got in high school, she just started doing anything that she wanted to do. And I was a single parent. And one prayer that I actually had was that being on assistance, I watched my mom, I watched her mom, I watched my whole family be on assistance. And when I had my daughter, that wasn't something I ever wanted for her. I wanted to do everything I could to stop her from becoming me. And so when she started acting up and started doing all the stuff that I actually did in high school, like skipping and boys and all other type of stuff that I probably shouldn't say. I actually tried to sit down and talk to her. And I told her, I said, you know, getting an education and graduating from high school, it'll probably be the best thing for you. And anybody that has a teenage daughter knows that once you gave birth to her, you gave birth to a genius. Nobody else on earth knows what they're talking about. She's the smartest. And all you have to do is just thank God that you were the one that gave birth to her, which was the attitude that I was met with when she said, well, if education is so great, why aren't you getting your degree? Now, I'm the type of person who don't like losing arguments, especially to their kid. So one day when she got out of school, I went and picked her up, and I went down to Davenport and met with the intake officer, individual who took me into Davenport, and I made sure she was sitting right next to me. And then he scheduled me to talk to an advisor, and I scheduled my appointment when she was going to be out of school, because I needed her to see that experience, because it was really what I wanted for her. And it's interesting because now she's actually graduated high school, and when she graduated, I asked her what did she want to be. And mind you, I'm in school studying technology project management, and she said, I want to be a neurological surgeon. Wow. my bank account did exactly what you guys just did. And so I had to ask myself, well, am I going to quit? Because I did kind of convince her to want to be somebody, and she did actually graduate. And how do you go to your kid and tell them that they can't go to school to be whatever it is that they want to be? So one thing that actually happened is that her and her friend, because she still had horrible friends. And so one of her friends that was still remained, her friend wanted to go to the Army. And so she went down with her friend on a buddy system, I guess you call it, and they actually ended up taking the test. And my daughter scored enough on the test to be able to study medicine in the Army. And so that gave her more motivation. So what she did was she actually signed up to go to the Army. And I said, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Ooh, I couldn't pay for that. And so she's now in South Korea, and she's actually studying to be a surgeon. But when I stand here to talk about the impact that your scholarship had on my life, I can't just tell you that it only impacted me. I have to tell you that it impacted my entire family. And so if I have to stand here and share my gratitude, if I had to stand here and say thank you, I would actually stand here and say, is what you guys are doing. I know it looks like from one scholarship to the next, from one essay that you're reading to be able to choose your candidate, from $1,000 to $5,000 that you guys are sending to people. I know that you think that you're just helping another person get an education. But I'm standing here to tell you that's actually not the case. I mean, you're actually giving to people to actually help them with their actual lives. And I know you're thinking that I'm giving to help this person with their future, but no, sometimes it's not our future that you're helping us with. Because for me, you actually helped me with my today. And I know my future looks bright right now because, like I stated, it was just one state assistance check to the next, where it was just being a statistic and I was just on a one-way road. But now when I look up, in December, I'll graduate with a degree in technology project management. Like, who would have ever thought that? So I'm no longer looking at a one-way street because of foundations like the Tournament of Friendship, who just picked me out of a hat when I was thinking that I wasn't going to be able to financially be able to keep down this road and I was going to have to give up. Out of nowhere, they showed up. And those are the things that you're doing. You're helping some single mom actually win a war to actually tell her daughter that this is the right thing for her to do. So I will have to stand here and not just thank you on behalf of myself, but I will have to thank you on behalf of my entire family, that we're not statistics, that it's not just a one-way road. Now when I'm looking at my future, I see a highway. There's massive things that I could do with a degree in project management. There's so many things that I can do now that I couldn't have done yesterday. There's so many places that I could go. I could start my own companies. I can do so much. And that's only because you guys actually chose to help us. So for that, I have to say thank you.
I don't know about you, but for me, that's the kind of stuff goosebumps are made of. Thank you so much. I'm Peg Louie. I'm the Executive Vice President for Alumni and Development here at Davenport, and I'd like to close out our formal time, and as I stand here, I'm here to tell you that I'm the only thing that stands between you and another trip through that wonderful hors d'oeuvre buffet over there. So I want to add my thanks to that you've heard from others at Davenport, donors for your generosity. Gabrielle, thank you for being here to represent LAX, who for over 20 years, as she said, has been a staunch supporter of scholarships for Davenport students, and our thanks to all of those donors who are represented here. And a special thanks to our students as well for being here with your families for their support. If your family is supporting you, which I think most of them are, be sure you say thank you to them tonight before you go to sleep. I love to borrow the words of others because they say things so much better than I. And one of my favorite quotes about gratitude is from late President John F. Kennedy. On Thanksgiving Day of 1963, he made this statement that as we express gratitude, this is not merely about uttering words of thanks, but expression of gratitude is taking those words and making them part of your life and the way that you live. And I think the testimonies that you've heard today, donors, you're already doing that in your generosity to our students. And students, I know you're challenging yourselves to take that gratitude that you feel for these people and make it a part of your expression of your life every day. So thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the food and the fellowship, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.